So Namoki is out with a brand new case, and it's a tool watch kind of design. The one that they sent me is all brushed, and they have 4 different styles that you guys can choose from. They asked if I would be interested in doing a build with it. Of course, I'm always interested because, as you guys know, with videos I've made in the past, I've always advocate for building watches, getting into modification, because it can be very useful down the line for simple services, watches that are pretty affordable in your collection if they're utilizing movements that are commonly bought, like the NH35 or the Miyota series. And it gives you the chance to really arrange things the way you want to. If you look at this case that's new released, it looks like the Unimatic from a micro brand that's been out before. Recently, Namoki has been doing more of homage, clomage, whatever you want to call it, to brands that we recognize, but you're still able to mix and match. And I'm going to show you guys all of the parts that I utilized. The sizing and dimensions are very similar to that Unimatic style case. Other than that, I've paired this with a 7-link bracelet because it's bigger and bolder design. It has more of a brutalist type of feel to the design altogether. And the one that I chose is fully brushed. So I thought that a bracelet would be a very nice pair with it. But I also have it on several straps that I've tried out that I want you guys to take a look at as well. Because the whole point of it is to be stylistic, is to be individual when you're choosing your parts. You don't have to choose the same ones that I've done here. I saw a pilot watch style that they came out with that paired with it really well. I do feel that you have to go down the road of a tool watch in order to pair with this. So either a field style or a pilot style watch would probably be the best match. But at the end of the day, even if you wanted to do a skeletonized dial, or if you want to go crazy and make it a dress watch inside of it, it's your world. You get to have fun. You work on skills that later down the road I think will be beneficial. So that's why I always advocate for making your own build. Now, I have a playlist where I show you guys step by step on how to build a watch. And realistically, if you think about it, it's really simple steps. So this year, I'm going to be working on a video that's going to give you guys details on how to, but also all of the things that have gone wrong for me down the road. Now, don't be afraid. I don't want to scare you. It is a very simple thing for you to do to put this together. But I figured, why not be very detailed for those who want to have all the finer information when it comes to building a watch. So the dimensions that we have for the case is going to be a 40mm. What I really wanted to focus on is that lug to lug, because it's going to be 48.8mm. And it has a slight curve. So that's important, because the curve to the lug, the wingspan of the watch, if you will, is probably the most important dimension that you could find in a watch to make sure it fits for your wrist. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on a 6.5-inch wrist and on my 7.25-inch wrist for reference. So it is a slight curve, which means you're going to have more room to make this one fit and not have those lug to lug flare out. The thickness of the watch is going to be 13.1mm with the standard case back that comes with the watch itself. So I chose specifically something thinner that Namoki also offers. I knew that they offer a slimmer case back. I knew that the dimensions were going to be a little bit on the thicker side. You are getting a robust bezel with the watch. It's not a rotating bezel, it's fixed, but still, with all that brutalist thick design altogether, I wanted to reduce even as much as I could, which brought it back down to 12.2mm. So I think it's worth it to swap that out if you are interested in making that build for that reason. The crown is 8mm, nice, thick, robust. It does have thicker crown guards, so it is important to have a bigger crown to have that grip, especially on a screw down crown. You want to be able to get to that crown without any interference, whether it's unscrewing it or screwing it back in. And an H35, so we are going to effectively have the date wheel complication also involved here. So when you're setting the hands, that's important to make sure you're setting them at the 12 o'clock when it turns over. The first step really when you're building a watch is to test the movement. So I was coming at plus 12 seconds a day for my movement. That's usually the range of what I normally get in the movements from Namoki, which is why I like to utilize them for parts and availability. And then again, breaking down the quality of the case to the bracelet. All those edges are smooth. There's no rough edges. The bracelet even is going to have a smooth finish on top and bottom. You are going to have a milled clasp. It's going to have the security push deployment. I thought that that was the best match to put with the case. All of the finishing is even throughout, circular brushing on most of the case altogether. And more importantly, of course, you have that brushed finish on the clasp, which has the highest surface area where you're making contact with the outside world. Now, on the crystal itself, I believe that there's AR coating. I'm not 100% sure. I'm judging and eyeballing this compared to watches that I've had in the past. It seems and appears that there is AR coating, but water resistance is going to be something that is going to be not a mystery, but not a guarantee, right? I can't say that this watch is effectively 200 meters of water resistance because it's not coming from the factory. We're building it ourselves. So therefore, I'm led to believe, because we're getting a screw-in case back, we're getting a screw-in crown, and we have gaskets on both the case back and the crown itself, I would say effectively, I personally would feel comfortable jumping in a pool, going to the beach with it. You know, nothing super deep diving with it, but definitely more water resistance than the average watch for sure. You also having gaskets within that crown. I'm not sure if there's gaskets in the crystal. The crystal comes automatically pre-installed, and there is a necessary gasket that has to be within that as well to have that effective 200 meters. So I would say this: you would treat it like 100 meters and a true 100 meters moving forward. That's what I would do. You can do whatever you want, have it tested and everything else. Now, why did I choose this dial to pair with the case? I felt the case was a bare style, brushed throughout. You know, there's nothing special. There's no highlights. There's no beveled edge. There's no polishing to contrast, no bead blasting. It's just brushed throughout. And they have options where you can have PVD coating. I believe they also have a GMT model that you're going to have with it. But with this one specifically, it was very simple and not detailed on the outer case. So I felt like pairing it with a dial that's going to have wave patterns throughout it, keeping the bold and legibility within it, I think is important to have it more of a style that's going to be a field watch or a pilot watch type of legibility. So I would say, if I had to put this in a category, I would say it's more of a field watch. It's definitely bold, easy to read from a mile away when you're looking at those hands on that dial. The hands that I selected are from like the Zin line that's out there, so it goes all the way out to the edge of the dial with the minute hand. The second hand also does that as well. There's plenty of lume applied, not only on those applied indices, but also on the minute, hour, and on the edge of the second hand. You guys can see how there's little markers to follow along to make sure that your watch is running in a nocturnal setting. So if I had to grade the lume, and I'm never really let down with the lume from Namoki, out of 10, I would say it's a 7 or 8 for sure. It lasts throughout the night. It's very, very strong. It's very acceptable. And I think the quality, not only in the details to the watch on the applications of the applied AR or the applied lume, but also on the finishing around the case as well, is very equal in that quality. There's going to be a small promotional window period where you're going to save some money here from these parts. So check out the website and all of the offerings. Again, remember, you can mix and match and pair whatever hands, dials, and everything that you want to put together for it. You don't have to stick to the ones that I mentioned here. And stay tuned if you're interested in a super detailed building video that I'm going to produce down the line. Stay tuned to this channel because we're going to go through all of those details. And as always, I appreciate you guys for spending your most valuable asset on this channel, which is time. And if you have any questions or concerns about builds, I'm more than happy to respond to you in the comments. Thank you.